I'm here at the beach on the Gold Coast in Australia, and today I'm going to try to do a 10K run in under an hour. I used to be able to do this all the time, but since getting back into running, I haven't been able to crack that 1 hour mark as of yet. So let's see if I can do it today. I like to constantly be growing and expanding what I can do. So if I can do this today, this will mean that I'm on my track to becoming better at running again. My ultimate goal is to match and surpass the fitness I had 5 years ago. So I'm going to continue to do that. And then once I do that, I'm going to set a new set of goals to make sure I'm continuously growing and learning, because that's what makes us enjoy life, when we always have something to aim at, something to achieve. So I'm going to go do this run. Let's see how I go. So I finished my 10K run, and surprisingly I did it in under an hour. So I'll put a screenshot up here of my results. So I did 10 kilometers in 55 minutes and 16 seconds, which is way better than I thought I could actually do. It actually ended up being my third fastest 10K run, including what I used to be able to do when I was younger 5 years ago. So the average pace was 5 minutes and 31 seconds per kilometer, and I burnt 960 calories in that one run. So that's almost half of an average man's daily caloric intake. So I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I'm on point for achieving my goals. I'm on point for moving forward to where I want to be at my fitness level. And then I'm always going to continue to expand and grow. But now that I've finished my run, it's important to go do some stretches, to do some rollouts, to massage my legs to make sure that they're not injured. I did, as I was running, feel a little bit of pain on both of my toes, and at the end I realized that I did have a little bit of bruising on the edges of my toes, but nothing too ridiculous, nothing that I can't recover from. It's pretty minor actually. So all in all, I love the run. I did push myself during this run. I pushed myself pretty hard because I wanted to test myself to see what I could do, and I'm very happy with this. So I'm gonna go and do some stretches. I thought I'd mention that I do run with my glasses on so I can actually see what I'm doing. I do have two pairs. This is my running pair. They end up all foggy, it's screwed up at the end, because I don't want to step on like a syringe, or I don't want to bust open my foot on a piece of shell or something like that. So that's why I do run with my glasses, and I like to see the view when I'm running and maybe check out a few babes. Alright guys, so I'm here at the Cardamom Pod. I finished obviously my training, but besides exercise, you've got to get your good nutrition in. So let's go in there and see what they have for us.
polenta, was it?
Yeah. Is it nice? Good?
Yeah, it's great.
Tasty.
Oh, I put lots of chili on it, so it's extra hot. This is the cauliflower. It's good. So what was this one? The curry vegetable, right?
Yeah.
Like an Indian style vegetable. Some tofu. Bit cold, but still good. The flavors are good. This is the brown rice. And then the kale salad. Looks like it's got chickpeas and everything in here. Great.
Okay, so let's get into some of the benefits of barefoot beach running. So the first benefit is actually you're going to burn more calories through beach running, because as your foot hits the sand, it actually sinks down a little bit, and that makes it harder for you to actually run and propel your body forward, which means that you'll be burning more calories through each stride as your foot sinks into the sand a little bit. Now, if you're starting off, you probably want to be running closer to the shoreline where it's a little bit wet, because if you're going to be running a long distance on just the soft sand, then you're going to be working really hard to propel your body forward. And that can be really beneficial if you're doing sprints, because that's going to build your muscles. It's going to encourage them to work harder. And so that leads to the next thing. It's going to prevent injuries. Because you are working harder with the muscles in your legs and in your feet, the connective tissue and the smaller muscles in your legs are going to get more of a workout, because they have to stabilize your body as your foot is sinking, and you still have to propel your body forward. And so if you're running on an uneven surface, your legs have to stabilize to compensate for that uneven surface throughout your run. So that means you'll be building those small muscles in your legs, around your ankle, your foot, and so that's going to be beneficial. But that can also actually overload you if you're going to run a long distance. And I think that's what happened to me, because I wasn't actually used to running on a beach, and so I did actually overload my Achilles. Actually got pretty tight during it, and I had to take a few days off, really kind of trying to recover from that. So yeah, you've got to watch out from overloading yourself on these beach runs if you're not used to running on a beach. So just take it easy at first and then ease into it. And then the other thing is your joints. So they give your joints a break if you're running on sand, because it's softer than running on concrete, and so because again your foot is sinking in, so you're not going to be hacking away at your joints, pounding your joints on the ground. And so you can also, the benefit of running on a beach is that you can go barefoot. And so you can use you can grip with your toes, and that's going to give you strength in your calf and your feet muscles. But again, if you're not used to it, that's also going to really work those muscles pretty hard. So you're going to have to ease into it and really get your calf and your feet muscles used to running on sand and running barefoot in particular. And so Another benefit is the natural surroundings. So obviously it's a beautiful surroundings. You can look around and see the beautiful beach and the atmosphere around you. I was actually trying my hardest to beat a certain time. I wanted to run under an hour, and I actually did that in just over 55 minutes. I think because I was running on the beach, I was less scared of getting an injury, so I was running harder and faster. But in doing that, I actually hurt myself a little bit. I got blisters on my foot, which is fine. I think that's just because I'm not used to running using my toes so much. And my calf hurt a little bit. Near the lower part of my calf. That's probably because I worked myself too hard and I wasn't used to running on the beach. But the natural surroundings is beautiful. You can also have a swim after to refresh yourself. And of course, you've got fresh air as well that you're breathing in when you're running on the beach. So that's obviously a great benefit. I was actually too focused on achieving a certain time to enjoy the scenery. So I was just sweating and hurting, and my body was just, really wrestling with the run because I really wanted to push myself hard to see what I was capable of doing. And I got, I got sweat in my eye, and for at least 2 kilometers, I had one of my eyes closed because sweat just kept pouring into my eye. And so I didn't really get to enjoy the scenery as much as I would like to. So some negatives, as I've already described, you can hurt yourself because you are working those muscles more. So you just want to ease into it. And you don't want to overload your muscles. You want to make sure that you're used to that type of running, running on an uneven surface, especially through long distance. And so you really want to make sure that you're stretching your Achilles, your calf, and you're stretching your quads to make sure that you're not going to burn yourself out. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.